Let's start with our first news. Concerns are rising for Shawn Strickland ahead of his highly anticipated clash with Khamzat, and the tension is already building fast. This is not just another fight, this is real beef, and it's starting to feel like things could spill far beyond the cage. Everyone knows how Strickland operates. He is completely unfiltered, and that unpredictability is exactly what has people worried. While fans are expecting fireworks during the build-up, that same energy could turn into a serious problem. Former UFC fighter Dean Thomas recently shared his concerns, pointing out that Strickland's habit of saying wild and controversial things might cross a dangerous line this time. It's not just about trash talk anymore. It's about how far things could escalate if the wrong buttons are pushed. According to Thomas, the real issue is not just Khamzat himself, but the people around him. If Strickland says something deeply offensive, especially targeting personal or cultural boundaries, things could get heated very quickly. There is a growing fear that it could lead to an outside-the-cage altercation, something no one wants to see. Thomas explained that while Strickland might talk and then wait for fight night, there is no guarantee the other side will respond the same way. Emotions could take over, and situations like that can become unpredictable. He even suggested that Khamzat might have people willing to step in if things go too far, which adds another layer of tension to this already intense matchup. At the end of the day, Strickland will likely continue to put on a show, because that is who he is. But there is now a clear warning in the air. Keep it entertaining, but don't let it go too far. Move on to another news. Jiri Prochazka is making serious noise once again as he continues his journey back to the light heavyweight title, and the latest updates show he is looking more dangerous than ever. After facing setbacks in the past, Jiri remains fully focused on climbing his way back to the top, and his next fight could play a massive role in that mission. He is now set to face Carlos Ulberg on April 11th in what is shaping up to be an absolute war. Both fighters are known for their explosive power and aggressive styles, which makes this matchup incredibly exciting for fans. With the kind of knockout ability both men bring into the cage, there is a very strong chance this fight does not go the distance. A finish feels almost inevitable. As the fight approaches, Jiri has given fans a glimpse into his current form, and it is nothing short of impressive. He recently posted a clip on his Instagram story that quickly caught attention, showing him deadlifting a massive 561 pounds. That level of raw strength highlights just how seriously he is taking this comeback. This is not just about power, it is about preparation, discipline, and proving that he still belongs among the elite in the division. Jiri has always been known for his unique fighting style and warrior mindset, and now he is backing it up with incredible physical conditioning. With momentum building and confidence clearly rising, Jiri looks ready to make a statement. His upcoming clash with Carlos Ulberg is more than just another fight. It is a crucial step toward reclaiming his position at the very top. Move on to another news. Michael Paiges' situation in the UFC is starting to get very interesting, especially as he approaches a crucial point in his career. Heading into UFC London, MVP made it clear that he was feeling some frustration with the promotion, particularly when it came to matchmaking. He believed he was not being given the kind of big-name opponents that match his profile and skill level. During a recent interview with Ariel Helwani, MVP revealed a major detail that could shape his future. He confirmed that he has just one fight left on his current UFC contract. That changes everything, as it puts him in a position where his next move could determine whether he stays with the promotion or explores new opportunities elsewhere. Despite speaking openly about his concerns, MVP kept a very respectful and professional tone. He made it clear that at the end of the day, he is still grateful to be part of the UFC. He described it as a massive privilege to compete on one of the biggest combat sports platforms in the world, and he does not take that lightly. However, MVP also emphasized that before committing to a new deal, he wants a serious conversation with the UFC about his future. For him, it is not just about fighting, it is about having a clear path to the title. His ultimate goal remains unchanged. He wants to win the UFC belt, and he is ready to do whatever it takes to get there. He admitted that he has not yet delivered the level of performance he knows he is capable of, which clearly still motivates him. There is a strong sense of urgency in his mindset, as he wants to prove himself not only to the UFC, but to the entire world. Adding to that urgency, MVP also mentioned that he is ready to make a quick turnaround. According to him, he would be prepared to step back into the cage within just a couple of months. That willingness shows he is active, hungry, and eager to stay in the mix. With one fight left and everything on the line, MVP is entering a defining moment where every move matters and every performance counts. Move on to another news. Conor could finally be set for his long-awaited return to the octagon, and this time it's starting to feel very real. After months of uncertainty, speculation, and constant talk about his comeback, a major update has now surfaced that could change everything. According to Ariel Helwani, unless something truly disastrous happens, Conor is expected to fight on July 11th during International Fight Week. This potential return could not come at a better time for the UFC. Recently, there has been growing criticism around matchmaking, lack of star power, and overall card quality. Fans have been vocal, and the promotion clearly needs something big to shift the momentum. That is where Conor steps in, a proven draw and one of the biggest stars the sport has ever seen. Adding even more fuel to the fire, Max Holloway recently called Conor out, making it clear that he is interested in running things back. Max openly spoke about the idea, saying that Conor already holds a win over him, and now could be the perfect time to settle things again. He even showed flexibility regarding weight, suggesting that he is willing to meet Conor at any weight to make the fight happen. That kind of statement has only increased speculation that something could already be happening behind the scenes. Ariel hinted at the same idea, suggesting that talks are going well and that the UFC understands just how important this fight is right now. Timing, once again, seems to be working perfectly in Conor's favor. He described Conor as the master of timing, someone who always seems to return exactly when the sport needs him the most. With the current state of events, all eyes are now on this possible comeback, and expectations are building fast. To add to the momentum, Conor himself appears to be in great spirits. He recently shared a video on social media, smiling and looking relaxed next to an octagon setup, which only adds to the belief that a return is imminent. If this fight gets booked, especially against Max, it could instantly bring massive hype back to the UFC and deliver the kind of attention the promotion has been missing lately. Move on to another news. Alexander Volkanovski is making it very clear who he wants next, and he is not happy about the rumors surrounding Gene Silva. This past weekend, Movsar Evloev defeated Lone Murphy, a victory that on paper should have cemented him as the clear #1 contender to challenge Volkanovski. With the way matchmaking has been handled lately, however, nothing ever feels guaranteed in the UFC. The tension arises because Gene Silva seems convinced that he is getting the next title shot. From handing Hunter Campbell a supposed contract during UFC London, to Dana White not giving a clear answer afterward at the post-fight press conference, the situation has left Volkanovski and fans alike feeling the path forward is uncertain. Volkanovski recently addressed the situation directly on his YouTube channel, and his frustration was obvious. He emphasized that legacy matters, and fighting Silva simply doesn't make sense from that perspective. Volkanovski wants to face the undefeated fighter who has beaten all the other top contenders in the division. He stated, "Everyone knows what type of champion I am. I will fight the best. But at some point, we have to think about legacy. Who do we want? I want the undefeated guy who's beaten all the other top guys." Volkanovski pointed out that Silva is yet to prove himself, having lost to fighters Volkanovski has beaten twice, and that choosing Silva over Movsar would not make sense for the division or his career. He made it clear that he will not settle for anything less than the rightful #1 contender. "It's going to come to a point where we're just wasting time and money if we don't focus on the best," he said. Movsar Evloev reacted swiftly to Volkanovski's comments, writing, "Champ, me and you are fighting. Don't worry about this noise." The response shows that both fighters are aligned and ready to settle things in the cage, cutting through any rumors or distractions about other potential matchups. With Volkanovski calling for clarity and Movsar ready to answer the challenge, the featherweight division is heating up, and fans are now focused on what promises to be an epic clash between two of the best in the sport. This showdown could define the division and solidify Volkanovski's legacy as one of the elite champions in UFC history. Move on to another news. Dana White and the UFC are facing major backlash after recent changes to fighter support, despite securing a massive $7 billion deal with Paramount+. Instead of increasing incentives or improving pay, the promotion has done the exact opposite, leaving many fighters frustrated and feeling undervalued. According to UFC analyst Raf Mira, the UFC has stopped financially supporting team accommodations for events. This means that fighters must now cover travel and lodging expenses for their teams out of pocket, aside from the head coach, which is cutting deeply into their earnings per fight. Raf highlighted the issue on Instagram, explaining that the pool of money is more concentrated at the top than ever. Even the top 30% of fighters are barely keeping their heads above water, while the top 10% are living in what he calls the promised land. Camps now have to finance things they previously never had to consider, and some fighters are barely breaking even, traveling to events like UFC London primarily for exposure rather than financial gain. As of 2026, UFC no longer covers accommodations for team members beyond the head coach. Strict limits have also been placed on plus ones or family members accompanying fighters to international shows, further reducing support for athletes and their teams. The MMA community reacted strongly to these changes, criticizing the UFC for cutting essential support while profiting massively. Fans expressed outrage, writing that the organization has lost its soul and that fighters are increasingly squeezed despite the promotion making insane profits. Some fighters and coaches pushed back against the narrative, noting that aspects of this system have existed for years. Muhammad Mukayyab responded, "It's always been one corner," while Zach Pauga added, "It's been this way for as long as I know. Why are they reporting this as a change?" Nevertheless, the debate has reignited discussions about fighter pay, unionization, and alternatives like PFL, One Championship, or boxing crossovers. The controversy highlights a growing tension between UFC management and the athletes who drive its success. While Dana White claims everything is better than ever, moves like these suggest that fighters may feel like their priorities are last on the list. Many believe that covering more team expenses and providing fairer compensation is essential to maintaining fighter satisfaction and loyalty. With UFC profits skyrocketing, the conversation around fighter support is becoming louder and impossible to ignore, as the promotion faces pressure to balance business success with athlete welfare. Move on to another news. The main event for UFC Vegas 119 has officially been announced, and fans are buzzing with excitement. Manel Kape will be rematching Kyoji Horiguchi in what promises to be an intense flyweight showdown. Their first encounter dates back to 2017 at the Rizin Fighting World Grand Prix, where Horiguchi secured victory via arm triangle choke in the third round. That fight was a clear demonstration of skill, strategy, and resilience, setting the stage for a highly anticipated rematch years later. Currently, Manel Kape is ranked number 2 in the flyweight division, showing that he has climbed the ranks and remained a serious contender since their first fight. Horiguchi, on the other hand, is ranked 5th, proving that he too continues to be a top-level competitor in the division. This matchup represents not only a chance for Kape to avenge his previous loss, but also an opportunity for Horiguchi to solidify his position among the elite flyweights. Both fighters bring unique skill sets to the cage. Kape is known for his speed, agility, and precise striking, while Horiguchi possesses a dangerous ground game and strong submission capabilities. Their contrasting styles are guaranteed to make this rematch exciting from start to finish. Fans are already debating who will come out on top, and predictions are pouring in across social media platforms. The UFC Vegas 119 announcement also highlights the growing depth of the flyweight division. With both Kape and Horiguchi in top form, this fight is shaping up to be a critical step for both athletes on their path toward a potential title shot. The stakes could not be higher, as a win here could dramatically shift the rankings and the trajectory of either fighter's career. In addition to the fight announcement, the channel shared the top comments from the last video. Drunken MMA Master 49 said, "I'll believe Conor is returning when the cage door closes behind him," emphasizing fan skepticism and excitement. Coastal Carolina Rocks wrote, "I'm only focused on winners. Losers stay focused on winners." Mozar of Loy, highlighting the competitive mindset in the sport. Project X7 added, "Lone Murphy versus Lopez would gather my attention," showing interest in other high-profile matchups fans are following closely. For daily MMA news, analysis, and content, subscribing to Full Mount MMA and hitting the bell icon ensures fans stay updated with all the latest developments, fights, and commentary in the ever-evolving world of mixed martial arts.